a very standardized questions for most of the Olympiad examination in the early years, and this is a difference between bony fish and cartilaginous fish. Now, as the name suggests, bony fish has a skeleton which is made of hard calcified bones. You have herring, goldfish, sea bream, salmon, trout and sedfish as some of the examples of bony fish. Now, bone, the word is osteo. Osteo means bone. So osteoiathesis is the term which is used for bony fish. However, for cartilaginous fish, the term is chondriiathesis. So the cartilaginous fish, the good examples are dogfish, smoothhound, steak, sturgeon. These are all examples of cartilaginous fish. They do not have this hard calcified bone which is present in the body. Now they have visible gill slits, usually 5 to 6 in pairs, and they are highly buoyant. And now this buoyancy is seen only by the fact that they are having a oily liver base and have a capability to have constant swimming. They have a scaly surface which is known as pelycoid scales, or they are called as dermal denticles, and most of the reproduction in cartilaginous fish occurs through internal fertilization. However, in bony fish, the fertilization is mostly external, that is through the spanning. The examples of the cartilaginous fish, some of those, the steak, sturgeon, we already said, but besides this, shark, ray, chimeras are other example. For bony fish, we already talked about salmon, herring, trout. Then you have cod, clownfish, eel, tuna as some of the popular fishes, and they have the scales which are known as cycloid or ctenoid, and these are the overlapping scales. However, in the case of cartilaginous fishes, the scales are dermal in origin. Again, for the buoyancy, they have swim bladders as opposed to the cartilaginous fish which have oily liver which controls the buoyancy, and the gill cover is protected by a flap which is known as operculum in the case of bony fish. So those are some of the major differences that we have understood between a bony fish and the cartilaginous fishes. We would be discussing many interesting concepts in biology specifically for your Olympiad preparations. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, have a great day.